Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now today's video is going to be a selection of highlight clips from the past couple of days, and we're starting off here on Hirschfelden, where I found something that I haven't seen a lot of in game, which is a level 5 European bison. I absolutely love the European bison. They're one of my favourite species in the game. I just think they're really cool. But I've only ever seen a couple of level 5s, and I've only ever actually shot one diamond. So I was hoping that this guy could potentially be my second ever diamond for all these guys. They're just such a cool looking animal. And I do actually have the 338 championship that we unlocked in a previous video actually to take this guy out with. And I've really been enjoying using that rifle on buffalo and bison. It's been really performing well for me on them. So while he's alert, I'm going to make a shot at his vitals there. And he's actually gone aggressive, so I know that I've got more than enough opportunity to take a second shot if that first one wasn't any good. But as you can see, his health is dropping, and we get a really cool look at him actually charging us before he actually ends up falling over, which I thought was pretty cool to actually see. And that is a level 5 European bison down. Also, I love the reload animation for this rifle. I honestly didn't think I'd like this rifle as much as I do, but I really am enjoying using it. But he looks pretty good, so I guess we will pick him up and see if this guy is going to make a diamond. And he is a diamond at 271.70. So not a massive diamond Euro Bison, but that's still really cool. And you can see absolutely tons of penetration there from the 338. No problem at all getting through to that left lung. And what a gorgeous animal. I just think these bison are so cool. Just something about the European bison and their huge necks. I think they're really cool. And yeah, my second diamond ever. I was really pumped to actually find this guy. You don't see a whole lot of diamond or rare European bison anyway, because a lot of people don't like to hunt Hirschfelden. But I've been going into multiplayer servers specifically to look for Euro Bison, and it has paid off pretty darn well. Really happy with that. So they make diamond at 270.4 and he's 271.7, so not a huge diamond as I said, but still a really cool one. Now, moving on to a few clips from Yukon Valley. I was still hunting wolves the other day, looking around to see if I could find a rare male for the Alpha Wolf multi-mount, and I noticed that even with the night vision, this particular level 6 male looked really dark, and I had suspicions that he might actually be a melanistic. And as I lined up to take a shot on him here, unfortunately, it seems that all of the wolves, again, in this area bugged out. This is like the second or third time I've had all of the wolves here just completely freeze, which is a little bit of a shame, but I managed to put not one but two shots into his vitals there with the 6.5. And then I noticed that there was this wolf stuck right beside me, so I used the 44 Gaucho there just to take her out, just for some extra cash while I was waiting for the melanistic one to float over. And as you can see, as he came over, that is definitely exactly what I thought it was. That is a melanistic male wolf. That is a really cool little find, and I was really happy that I actually managed to tell that this was a melanistic even at night. And it kind of means that in future, I think now that I will know exactly what I'm looking for to make sure that I'm not missing any melanistics. And the 6.5 did a pretty good job on this wolf. He didn't go down as quickly as I would have perhaps liked, but I did actually end up getting 2 lung shots in him, so it didn't take too long before he ended up dropping. And with that, I now have a triple melanistic alpha wolf multi-mount with 2 melanistic females and this melanistic male, which I'm really happy with. I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that was a really awesome find. Sticking with Yukon Valley now, and I was out looking for a leucistic male plains bison, as it is the only male rare that I need for the plains bison. And instead I found this, an albino and a leucistic female plains bison in the same herd. It's a shame that neither of them were males, but to see two females in a herd like this is always cool. It's always cool to see two rares so close together. And I love the plains bison. Similar to the Euro bison, I think they're a really cool species. So I was just trying to work out which one I should go for first. And basically I ended up sneaking in a little bit closer and then taking a quite risky shot there on the albino. I figured, seeing as it was a female, it wouldn't matter too much if it didn't get a full score, but she actually ended up going aggressive, which was good seeing as that first shot didn't quite pay off. But a secondary shot in her there while she was actually charging me brought her down really, really fast. And that's why I'm actually enjoying using the 338 on these guys. I feel like it just packs a little bit more of a punch. It's a bit slower to actually get that secondary shot in because of the reload, but I actually really like using this rifle. You can see that first shot was about where I actually wanted it to be, but because of just how much flesh there is in these guys' necks, it didn't get enough pen for that. But the secondary shot double lunged her just underneath the spine and brought her down really quickly. And the albinos, whether they're male or female, are really beautiful, and I don't see a whole lot of them, so I will tax her for a secondary lodge or something like that. And then I decided basically that I would chase the herd on and see if I could find the leucistic female and bring her down as well. And as she was running there, managed to put a lung shot in her with the 338, and as you can see, she's going down really quickly, which is exactly what I wanted. I have found quite a few leucistic female plains bison, so I won't end up keeping this one, but seeing as they were in the same herd, I wanted to bring them both down. And you can see that shot is about what I wanted there with that 338. A really good amount of pen getting through the stomach, liver and left lung. And yeah, just a nice little leucistic female. So two rares in the same herd. That's always really cool to see. I don't see it a whole lot, so that was definitely one that I wanted to include, even if they weren't going into the main trophy lodge. Now, moving away from Yukon Valley and onto Te Awaara, where once again I have been hunting chamois in search of that ever elusive albino chamois, and I always end up finding big chamois whenever I go to look for an albino. I just seem to have incredibly good luck with these guys in terms of actually getting good size ones. And I did actually have the 44 Magnum Gaucho here on me, so I decided that I would try and take this level 4 Honeytones potential diamond out with it. And I've barely used this handgun, so I wasn't exactly sure what to expect with it, but seeing as this was a level 4, I figured that I could be a little bit more risky with it. And I managed to get a shot there, and very quickly he started to go down, so I knew I must have made a vital hit, which was a really, really cool feeling to actually get one down with that handgun. And as you can see, he is the beautiful Honeytones fur type, and picking him up, he is a diamond level 4 at 59.80, so a pretty good size level 4, I must say. And you can see that shot was probably a little bit far off to the left of his chest, but it got through to his right lung, so not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. And seeing as they make diamond at 58, this guy is a pretty good size one, especially for a level 4. Like I said, I've been really lucky with actually getting so many good size a level 4 chamois, and yeah, this one is a really nice one. And as I said, it's a really cool one to actually test the 44 Gaucho Magnum out on, and just have a bit of a play and see what that handgun is actually capable of. I now know that I'm more than comfortable with taking chamois with it, so maybe if I find a pretty cool, maybe a melanistic potential diamond or something, I might use that handgun as a bit of a cooler weapon than just using the 243. And as I continued hunting for chamois, I ended up finding a level 5. Now this one is also the Honeytones fur type, and this one I was not going to get anywhere near close to, as I did accidentally spook him. So I decided that I would use the 243 here, and actually managed to heart shot him and drop him on the spot, which is always a really good feeling. And he looked pretty good. I was pretty confident this guy would make it based off of the hooks. He looked really, really good. and picking him up, he's another diamond honeytones at 59.60, so not a whole lot bigger than that level 4, but of course this guy is a level 5, and you can see the 243 did its job there, right lung and heart shot. That's exactly what I wanted, and I really do love the honeytones fur type for the chamois. It's just such a nice name for a fur type, and it looks so gorgeous, so I'm always happy to get more of these guys. I'm starting to get an awful lot of diamond chamois in the lodge, and honestly I need more small plaques because I really do love the chamois, and I would have them all on display. I think they're a really cool little animal, and I think they're one of the more underappreciated ones as well. But with this, we're now going to move on to the Vurhonga Savannah section of this video, and I have been spending a lot of time in Vurhonga multiplayer in the past couple of days, and to sort of the transition between all those other clips and now on to the Vurhonga clips, I ended up finding this guy on a multiplayer, this beautiful male lion that had bugged out at sunrise, which is honestly, I've never had an animal bug out in a more perfect way. This was just really, really cool to get pictures of. Just, they really are a cool model. Their manes could maybe do with a little bit of improvement, especially as I know for console they're very translucent. But this guy still looked impressive. I was so happy when I found this, because I do love taking pictures in game, so I'll always take advantage of a bugged out animal like this to take pictures. And just something about a male lion at sunrise, it's pretty iconic. And I must admit, when I was in the in Discord with my friend at the time, I was running around singing the Circle of Life. So I did end up trying to hip shot him there, and I actually did get vitals, but he also got me, which was quite interesting to see how my character bugged out as well. So moving on to the trophy highlights from Vurhonga Savannah now, and as you can see I am looking at a herd of wildebeest here, and you guys can probably already see on screen what's special about this particular herd. That in the middle is a crowned female wildebeest. Now the crowned wildebeest can only be females, that rare does not exist for the males unfortunately in game at the moment, and these guys are very, very rare. I spent a long time looking for my first ever crowned wildebeest, and now this is actually only my third one ever, and I never get tired of seeing these guys. It is always an exciting thing to find. They are just so stunning. That contrast of that golden fur on their face and on their mane and tail, contrasting with that almost jet black body, just looks so impressive. And this is only a little level 1 female, but honestly the size isn't what's important with this. It is all about that rare fur. And she just sticks out like a sore thumb. That is such a stunning looking animal. And I was trying to get her to move so that I could try and get a long shot in her there with the 6.5. And she did actually start moving, and just as she was going out of sight, I put a shot into her, and I wasn't sure if I'd done what I needed to there, as I haven't used the 6.5 a whole lot, so I didn't really know what to expect on a wildebeest with single lung. But as I ran down there to locate her, I did see vital blood, so I knew the 6.5 had done its job. And just looking at them on the ground, just how gorgeous are these creatures. The crowned wildebeest are just magnificent. So let's pick her up. She is only a bronze at 20.50, little level 1 female, and you can see that 6.5 got clear into that lung and back into the liver as well, so did exactly what I wanted it to do, even though that shot was a little bit of a blind shot. I am really happy with that. These guys are, and I know I keep saying it, they're just so beautiful. It's a shame she didn't quite reach silver being 21.60 when she's 20.50 score, but honestly I do not mind with a rare like this. It's not important about the score at all, and as I said, these guys can only be females, so it's not like you can really get a gold one or a diamond one. The biggest one that I have is a really big level 3, which I believe to be max weight and max score for a female wildebeest, and she is only a silver, not near gold, so that's pretty much as good as you can really get, is a silver for these guys, so a bronze really isn't that bad, and yeah, it just doesn't matter. What matters is that stunning fur type. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I hope one day we can get those as males. But moving on to another rare that I found on Vurhonga now, and we are looking at a level 3 albino kudu bull. Now, this guy gave me so much trouble. I picked up his track while looking for lions, and I followed it for a ways, and then ended up losing it because I was trying to spot this huge group of kudu that were resting to see if he was in there, and accidentally spotted the wrong one, went back, and somehow ended up on the tracks of a common, but when I was actually looking at them on the map, it said that they were albino, so I had to go all the way back to where I initially found the track, pick that up again, and then come back and look for this guy. And I am absolutely chuffed to bits. I do not believe I have ever had an albino male kudu, and to get this guy before True Horns on the next update, this guy would have been gone in a couple of days. They will do a population reset with the True Horns kudu, so this guy would have been completely gone, and I am so grateful that I actually managed to find him in an area where I didn't really know that it was a really big hotspot for kudu, but there was probably easily 50 kudu resting in that area. So once True Horns kudu come out, it's definitely a location I will be checking, because that is something I will be trying to do, is get a diamond True Horns kudu as quickly as possible. But moving on to the kind of final section of this video now, but not the final clip, and we're looking at the lion portion of this video. Now, as you can see right there, I have a pretty special lion running around in front of me. That is a level 6 blonde male lion. Now, I've been running around on Vahonga pretty much in search of one specific animal before the Mississippi update, and that is an albino male lion. It is a trophy that I had never managed to bag, and one that I have always been really desperate to try and find. But I ended up finding 3 blonde male lions within the space of around 24 hours, which is insane. And I actually managed to put a solid lung shot on that guy while he was trotting with the 338. Again, the 338 performing really well and impressing me so much. But these blonde male lions are really stunning. Again, this is a rare that I spent a long time looking for, as a male blonde lion, and now I seem to get pretty lucky with finding them. And he actually made gold at level 6, which is pretty lucky. They don't always make gold at level 6, but he did at 44.7 when 44 is gold, and actually managed to get that long shot on him while he was trotting. These guys are really, really gorgeous. It's a golden lion, like, that is just beautiful. And when I first saw one, I just knew straight away I was looking at something different. And now I know what they look like, I know what I'm looking for, and they are pretty awesome. Now, this one here, I ended up running around down here because I was actually getting chased around by another player. We ended up going to the same outpost. They were heading in one direction, so I thought, okay, I will head to that outpost because I want to go to a different location, so I'll just turn around and go in the other way. But they decided to turn around and start following me, and as I came over here, they were not more than a couple of 100 meters behind me, and I spotted this, which is a level 7 male blonde lion. And I almost thought about taking a shot there because I knew this other player wasn't too far behind me, but I ended up chasing him into a bit more of an open area, and he started to go a little bit more broadside, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try and take this while it's trotting, and hopefully it'll pay off because I really don't want to lose this. And thankfully, again, the 338 doing its job there, and taking him down nice and quickly with a vital hit. So we'll pick this guy up. He is a level 7, so guaranteed to be a gold, and he is a pretty good size one at 46.20. That shot was a little bit further back and a little bit lower than I would have liked, but went through stomach, liver, and through to the right lung, so got that vital check. And yeah, I was so relieved to actually get this guy before anyone else actually started to get it or try and harass me for it or whatever, whilst, you know, because that other player was so close behind me, and it is always really tense when you find a trophy that you really would like to take down and you know that there's another player that could potentially come and mess with that. So was really fortunate to get him. And then, again, continuing to hunt around looking for a male albino lion, coming to all the hotspots, and I found another level 7 blonde. Now, this time I wasn't being chased, but at this point, I'd made 2 trotting shots on male lions there, both of them being blondes, and they, you know, it paid off and it had worked pretty well. But unfortunately, the first shot I took on this level 7 hit too far back, and just as he was going to walk forwards there, managed to put a secondary shot in him, and you can see his health percentage dropping really, really fast. So I knew that I must have got through to vitals and actually saved it, which was really lucky. I'm really lucky that that actually happened like that. But I didn't want to sort of lose this guy amongst all the trees. So yeah, you can see that first shot was just too far back, hitting the stomach and intestines. But that second shot, almost a little bit too far forward, but just clipped the right lung. So we actually saved the gold on this guy, and he is a 46.10 gold blonde lion. So that is 3 gold blonde lions within only a few hours, really. Like I said, about 24 hours of each other, which for rare lions is almost nothing. Consider, 3 gold rare male lions is really, really awesome. And I honestly couldn't believe it. When I picked up the second blonde lion track, I thought, okay, this is getting silly now. But when I picked up the third one, I was like, honestly, how is this happening? How have I found 3 of them in such a short space of time? But awesome, 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 awesome. I'm so lucky and so grateful to actually have found them, because they are really gorgeous. And now onto the final clip of this video, and one that honestly I just couldn't wait to share with you guys. Last night I was still hunting around looking for male rare lions, hoping for an albino male, and I came to this lake after some other players had been here hunting. Once they left, I came down here and I spotted what immediately I knew I was looking for. That is an albino level 6 male lion. I could not believe that this was at a lake where people had just been. He must have just been hiding away so well in the brush that he didn't get noticed. But oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I found this. I just cannot believe it. And I was intending to try and get some close-up footage of an albino male if I did ever find one. But I had been crashing so much in multiplayer, and I just did not want to risk this going anywhere. Honestly, I had some moments where I was going into one session, crashing, and then I'd restart the game, and then I'd go into the next session and crash. And there was just no way I was risking it on the first ever albino male lion I'd ever seen. I still can't believe it. I was shaking, I was panicking. It was like seeing a great one, because I've actually seen more great ones in game than I have ever seen albino lions full stop, and definitely than I've ever seen albino male lions. I've only ever shot 2 female albinos, one on Xbox and one here on PC, but this is the first male, and oh my gosh, how cool is that? That is one of the rarest trophies in this game. Finally, I can say I've had one, and I had to just take a couple of pictures, because I don't know when I'm going to see one of these again. It's taken however many hours, probably nearly 3,000 hours now between Xbox and PC, and this is the first one I've ever found. And it was just here in multiplayer. I cannot believe it. I'm so lucky that I actually managed to find this thing. And picking him up, he is a silver albino, which kind of fits, seeing as it, he's kind of silvery looking, so silver albino kind of works. But actually managed to double lung and heart shot him there with the Rangemaster 338. What a stunning animal. I could have stared at this thing all day. I was so stoked. I hit taxi as soon as I saw that, as soon as the harvest screen popped up, because I was not risking anything happening to this. This is one of my favourite trophies I've ever shot in the entire game, and I still can't believe it happened. This is like a dream animal for me, and I just never thought I'd ever see one. And then one just pops up on a lake that was covered in hunting pressure. I literally came there as the last lake I checked in the server, because I thought there wouldn't be anything good there, seeing as how much fresh hunting pressure there was. But there was an albino male lion just sat there. And it was just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I'm so chuffed with that one. That is such a cool harvest. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Lots of really cool animals I have really enjoyed actually finding in the past few days. And yeah, I couldn't wait to get this one out and share it with you guys, and just show you guys that I finally managed to bag one of these, because they are just absolutely awesome. And yeah, I'm so thrilled. I was so thrilled and so grateful. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for your support as always. It's always all really appreciated. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.